Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna explain how we build a sentence in English. So we will talk about the basic ideas, the type of words we use, how we group them, and how to taste this group. So without further ado, let's get started. So first, let's talk about the main concepts of syntax. So what is syntax? In simple words, syntax is the best set of the rules that tell us how to arrange words to make a connect a sentence. You know what? Like it's like a receive for a sentence. Then the syntax help us to understand how words combine to form phrases and a sentence. So without syntax, our language would be very confusing. Now, to build a sentence, we need to know our building the words. So we put words into different groups or categories. The first group is lexical categories. So these are the main types of words. So think of them as the job of the word in a sentence. There are lexical categories. The first one is nouns. Nouns is the names for people, places, things, or ideas like mistakes, educations, life, and etc. Second, verb. This shows an actions or a state like learn or think. Then adjective. This describe nouns like powerful, tiny, better, etc. Next, there is adverbs. So this describes verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. They often tell us how, when, or where, like not really or nicely. Next, there is prepositions. So this show relationship like locations or time, like by, with, of, to, and others. Next, determiners. So this come before a noun to specify it, like the, every, your, and others. Then there is conjunctions. So this conjunction it's connect words or ideas like and, but, and others. And the last one is pronouns. This replace nouns. For example, I, you, it, she, he, and others. Next, words also have grammatical categories. This is about how words change their form to show things like time or number. So, number, it is one singular or more than one plural. For example, mistake, it is a singular versus mistakes, it is a plural. Second, there is tense. So this shows the time of the actions. For example, learned, it is a present versus learned, it is a past tense. Then persons, this shows who is doing the action, like is it me, first person, you or someone else, he, she, or it. So knowing these categories help us make sure our sentences are correct. For example, we say she sits, not she sit, because the verb must agree with the subject. I think that's all. Well, words don't work alone, guys. They work in groups. These groups are called phrases. A phrase is a group of words that act as a single unit inside a sentence. The main types of words are first noun, phrase, or NP. This is built around a noun. It can be just one word like educations or a group like the most powerful weapon. So you can see the example on my file, okay? Then seconds, there are VP or verb phrase. This is built around a verb. For example, is not a failure or get better by chance. Then adjective phrase or age P. This is built around an adjective like very beautiful. Next, there is a prepositional phrase or PP. This starts with a preposition like by chance or of enthusiasm. So by chance, they are preposition by, so this is pp like this. So guys, we can draw this group in a tree diagram. A tree diagram is pictures that shows how words are grouped together to form a sentence. It is help us use see the structure clearly. I will give you the example at here. So guys, this is three shows us that your life is one of a unit, a noun phrases, and does not get better, changed. Does not get better by change is another unit, which is a verb phrase. Inside the verb phrase, we see smaller group like the prepositional phrases by, change. This is the hierarchical structures of the sentence. Guys, it's not just a line of words, but words grouped into a smaller units, which are then grouped into a larger ones. Next, how can we be sure that a group of words is really a single unit? So we can test it, guys. This is called testing for constituency. A constituent is a group of words that have a single pieces. For example, let's use the sentence, every mistake is not a failure. We can use three simple tense. The first one is the substitutions test. So can we replace the group with one word like eat or that? For example, every mistake is not a failure, becomes it is not a failure, this word. So every mistake is a constituent. Second test is the movement test. So can we move the whole group to another part of the sentence? For example, we can say not a failure, every mistake is. This shows not a failure is unit. Then the last test is the clefting test. So can we put the group into a structure like it is blah 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 that blah blah blah. So the example, it's every mistake that is not a failure. This is correct. So every mistake is a constituent. This test help us prove which words belong together in a sentence. So to summarize everything, I have four main points. The first one, syntax is the rule of the system for making a sentence. Second, we can classify words into a lexical and a grammatical categories. And a third, words from a group called phrases like a noun phrase and a verb phrase, or preposition verbs and others, which we can show the three diagram like I mentioned before. Then the last, we can test this group using constituency tests like substitutions, movement, clefting, and others. I think that's all from me. Thank you for listening, guys, and I apologize if there are any mistake, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.